What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you all so much for joining myself, Genesita, and Bianca for this being my Thursday night, 8 p.m. live hot topics and social commentary show. Love you guys for watching. I'm so glad that you guys have decided to spend your 8 p.m. hour with us. So grateful. Couple things I want y'all to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big white subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing. So go ahead and mash it for it, brother. Also, be sure to leave a thumbs up for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various topics we'll be discussing on tonight's show. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Bianca, you're back. How are you doing tonight, my love?
Hey, I'm good. How are y'all?
We are wonderful. So awesome to see your beautiful face. Your beautiful face. Genesita, would you be able to tell us how you're doing tonight?
I refuse.
Okay. So is that does that give me permission to move to our first?
Yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Okay, so of course I always like to get my condolences out first. So a legend, Chuck Norris passed away this past week. Of course, he starred in Walker, Texas Ranger. Walker, Texas Ranger. Is that what it's called? Okay. Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah. And he's been in a whole lot of other movies and things of that nature. Unfortunately, he passed away this week. So what is my condolences to all of his friends, family, and loved ones, anyone who loved him. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of you. So first thing I wanted to talk about tonight, Jennifer sent me plenty of TikToks on this topic. So Chappell Roan, who is a singer, don't ask me any of her song names, any of her album names. I have no idea. I haven't heard. I probably have heard a song of hers, but I wouldn't be able to pick it out of a 5-song lineup. Like I know nothing about her discography whatsoever. However, she was out and about at a hotel, and an 11-year-old fan came up to her, and I guess wanted to tell her that she was a fan and things of that nature. And apparently, Chappell Roan told security, or people were saying that Chappell Roan told security to go handle that. And so security went and...
Child, how about she didn't even come up to the woman. She just smiled at her as they were at the hotel eating the complimentary breakfast.
Wow. That's crazy. Because she didn't even say nothing to the woman.
She didn't say nothing to the woman. She was just being nice, sweet. She just realized that an artiste that she likes was sitting over there, and she's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out and be right back, y'all.
Okay. So security came over to have a discussion of sorts with this little 11-year-old, not a little, but 11-year-old girl and her father. And apparently that interaction did not go well. And a lot of people are talking about it. Chappell Roan later came out and said that was not her security. That was someone from the hotel staff. Now, then I heard that the hotel staff came out and said that was not them. Apparently, the security guard used to be a security guard for Kim Kardashian. He came out with a statement saying that he was not working for Chappell Roan. I don't know how true that is, but I tend not to believe that was true. I have a feeling that Chappell Roan asked him to release that statement. And then Chappell Roan made a video of her own coming out, discussing the backlash, saying that she likes kids and, that wasn't even her security guard and, blah, 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 blah. And then also other people have been coming out with things talking about the fact that Chappell Roan seems to be a liar. In certain interviews, she's talked about growing up in a trailer, growing up, not destitute, but growing up with not a lot of money. Then it turns out that her father is a very rich man in the state. I think they lived in Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. Her mother was a veterinarian, a very prominent veterinarian in the place where they live. So she clearly came from generational wealth. Maybe not wealth, but the girl had money. The girl had money. So a lot of people are saying that Chappell Roan is a liar. And when I saw that video that she posted, hey Tyrone, Unveiled Vibrations in the building. I'm sure Jennifer didn't ask him to come say hey, but you know, it is what
He
it
at
is.
least asked if he could.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Because I'm just expecting you to give him a good elbow, like get on out this.
You know what will come.
Absolutely, exactly. But when I saw Chappell Roan's video that she posted, I was like, this just looks like a regular, degular, smegular old white girl. Like, what's so special about her? Like, you
Like
know,
she was nominated for new Artist of the Year Grammys. She performed
okay,
at the Grammys.
okay.
Um, she Bianca, first of all, I love you. It's so good to see you, and I enjoy your face of bewilderment about this woman. But yeah, Chappell Roan, she's think of her like a rebellious uh Taylor Swift, but liar.
Okay. Okay. So there are a lot of people that are blowing up about this whole thing.
She says she's gay, she's lesbian. That's what she says. She's queer.
I've heard that as well. So here's my thing. I understand if you're a well-known person, you probably get approached all of the time. So I understand that happening from time to time. However, with an 11-year-old child, and it doesn't seem like anyone else was walking up to her. So it's not like fan after fan after fan after fan coming up to you, you know, disrupting your complimentary breakfast. So my thing is like if she just came over, as Jennifer said, just to smile at you, to you know, kind of give you your props or whatever, you know, mentally, maybe, you know, what's the problem with, you know, just giving her a
It's just
wave
an
or
11-year-old.
an 11
Just
year
think about
old?
that. It's like they, especially a nice little shy little young lady. You know, if y'all see the picture, she just look a little genteel young white little girl. And I'm sure all she was trying to do is just smile at her so she could get another smile and a wave back. But
Exactly. And I'm putting myself in her shoes. It's like if I ever, you know, saw one of the Spice Girls or if I ever saw Janet Jackson at the age of 11, like I would be freaking out, or Latoya Luckett at the age of 11. Like I would be like losing my shit, you guys. And if that had happened to me, I would probably never listen to that person's music ever again. And that's just me. But Bianca, just based off of the information that you've heard with my description, what are your thoughts on Chappell Roan and her sicking her security on this 11-year-old child, them giving her father,
allegedly.
her allegedly, her and her father, probably a good couple curse words were included in that reaming. But what are your thoughts on this whole situation entirely?
I think if you consider yourself a big star and you don't want people coming up to you, maybe you shouldn't be having complimentary breakfast. Maybe you should have had some room
Right.
service, you know, so you can eat in peace. Secondly, the girl didn't even say anything to her. And in her video, she said she likes kids and she didn't send nobody over. But if it became such a big blowout and you heard it going down, why didn't you intervene and stop it? Why didn't you just say hey to the little girl, give her a little high five, and call it a day? Because you did it, allegedly.
Right.
Ain't nobody, you not fooling nobody. So I'd be surprised if I was that little girl, I'd run around. She hurt my I'd be all over social media just making everybody feel bad for. I would have
Exactly.
everybody take their money away from that lady. That's just me.
Yo, one thing about it, Jude Law, the actor,
Mhm.
okay, the connection to Jude Law is that the mother dated him for some amount of time. It's
And
not
Jude
his
Law is her
daughter.
father, the little girl's father, right?
I think it's a stepfather at one point. I don't
I
know.
heard that Jude Law is her father. I heard that.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that though.
Okay.
I don't know. But they putting Jude Law name in there.
Okay.
But I don't know. Um I'm gonna have to look it up. I was like, does Jude Law have babies? But it is. I don't. Oh, they're saying it's Jude Law's daughter.
It is. Yeah, I heard that today.
Oh wow. Yes. And of
Wow.
course, you know that's the only reason why this is getting blown up because it's a major star's daughter,
Right.
and so I think it was her stepdaddy
Mhm.
that put out the information that happened, and of course, he's a whole nother level of somebody in the world as well. So praise God, this girl is protected heavily.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what bothers me about it is that Chappell Roan, another young lady that's just unknown to the African American community.
Okay, because I don't know though.
Don't even know what she looked like.
She has been having bad instances with fans for a while. And what's kind of weird about it, she keeps on going on about how she never wanted to be famous, but she did the work to become famous.
Right.
And also, there are a lot of private stars out there.
Yes.
And do the things that they're supposed to be doing so that they can remain as private as possible and not be in front of people.
Like Sade.
Yeah. Where's she at? I'd like to find her.
We don't know.
Okay. We don't know. Okay. And also now there's all kinds of videos of interactions with really huge stars, huger than her, interacting with children, just doing the nice thing for the people, for their experience, because I'm not saying that you have to be that, but when you step outside, this is part of your sacrifice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for the children, because, you know, Whitney Houston said the children are our future.
They are.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. And how are they supposed to lead the way when you have a bunch of mean people that they admire you? She could have did, it's me, I'm Chappell Roan. You know, you could have did that, you know, said, hey, stay in school. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too serious, but this is how she acts. And apparently there's videos coming out of Chappell Roan allegedly sicking her security on people outside of that specific instance.
I saw one of those videos.
And now people are going in on the security, saying that he's not great security because he got fired because of the situation with Kim Kardashian. He used to be head of Kim Kardashian security. And y'all remember when she was out there in France and she got jacked for all her jewelry?
Absolutely.
He was head of security during that time and was fired for that specific situation. He wasn't inside or with Kim Kardashian. He was out with the two other sisters while that happened. So he got fired. But I say all this to say, what little bit of stardom Chappell Roan has gained in her career, she has totally effed that up.
Absolutely. That's what it seems like. And what was your reaction to the security guard coming out and saying that he wasn't actually working for Chappell Roan?
The lies. That's what I said to myself. The lies. And you know, people do a lot of things for money.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, putting out something that might have been done by ChatGPT and stuff like that, just to try to cover yourself or cover your boss, or you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not cute, it's not sexy. And I hate that for him, because I truly believe, in my opinion, this is alleged, all in my opinion, I believe really all he was doing was just doing the job that Chappell Roan had him to do.
Right.
Exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. So
again, he didn't create this history of being horrible towards people. That was her. So yeah.
Right.
Miss Kim's here.
Good evening, Miss Kim. Greetings and salutations, my love.
She says, hey, J and B. Lord, that always gets me. Miss Kim says Chuck was a racist Kankles lover, and he and he treated his black co-star like dirt. May he rest in the energy he spread during his time on Earth.
Wow. I had a feeling he might have been on the right side, like on a Republican side of things. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
She also says, I have no idea who Chappell Roan is. Okay. There's a lot of people in our community that don't worry. It's okay. It's just a cool story all over my TikTok. What kind of celebrity is hitting the free hotel breakfast buffet? Peasant behavior. Very pedestrian.
Extremely. Extremely. Yeah.
And she talking about how she don't want to be bothered, but you can not be bothered in your room, just like Bianca said. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is very crazy. Next on the docket, the rapper Shyne, who is now out of prison. I had no idea he was out when I saw the interview that he
Are
did
you
on camera.
serious, Jonathan? He's been out for years.
I had no idea. I
got to Google it. When did Shyne get out?
Just to shame me, honey. Anyways, so Shyne was on the podcast with Cameron and Mace, and they discussed the time when Shyne was with Brandy. And Shyne was also like, well, Mace was with her too, and all this conversation went on, and Shyne didn't frame it as though they were like dating, but he framed it as though they was, just kind of doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how serious it might have been. I don't know the details or the minutia of the actual situation, but he mentioned Brandy, and it was like, he had got with her. Take that what you will with that. Take what you will with that. Okay. Fast forward, Ray J comes out and he's throwing threats at Cameron, Mace, and Shyne, saying that he was going to F them and F their families and, do all this stuff. Like, Ray J's been doing a whole lot of like gay shit like lately. I don't know if he's doing that just to get the clicks and the views or whatever the case might be, because I don't believe that he's same-sex attracted. Like, just my opinion, but I just think he's doing it just because he thinks it sounds cool, maybe, or maybe because he thinks it sounds controversial. I don't know what the case is, but Brandy later came out and said that it was not true, that she never dated Shyne, that they never had a relationship, that none of that was true. And then Shyne came back out and said, and said he said that Brandy is lying, and then he also says she has lied to the public before to protect her image. And we all know full and God's darn well when Brandy got pregnant with her child back in the full moon days, she said that she had gotten married to Rodney Jerkins' brother / producer, who was the father of her daughter. She went on Oprah talking about it and all that good stuff. So we know that Brandy has lied before. That's only one lie that I can think of that she has told publicly. I don't know of any others personally. I'm sure they may be out there if they exist. But here's my thing. Like, okay, I get that if someone is lying on your PUSSY or on your DICK, you might have an issue with it. But that was 20 years ago. Why does it matter if they're talking about things that you might have done over 20 years ago? Like, can we not be grown? Can we not just like, because I have a feeling Brandy's up here and Shyne's a little bit lower than she is. So, Brandy got more clout than Shyne at this point, at least. I don't think that her tour is still going on, but she just came off of a great, very profitable tour with Brandy, the Boy Is Mine tour. Everybody went to it. So, I don't know why Brandy, and maybe Brandy, I have a feeling if Ray J hadn't responded, maybe Brandy might not have said anything, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But me personally, it's like watching Cameron, Mace, and Shyne talk about the situation. It's like, that's what niggas do. Like, they talk about the women that they smashed. It's what dudes do. I don't see why there's such a hubbub about these men having this conversation about Brandy. Now, I can understand now how some people might see that as disrespectful, especially doing it on a public broadcast, as far as a podcast is concerned, where everybody can hear what you have to say. So I sort of kind of get both sides, but at the end of the day, I'm like, to me, it's not that serious. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
I really am kind of back and forth on it. Because it's true. Let's see. There's this interview with Monica that First Lady Michelle Obama and her brother did with Monica.
Wow.
And Monica they have a podcast.
I know they have a podcast. I just didn't know that they interviewed Monica. I saw their interview with Cat Williams. I saw their interview with Jennifer Lewis. So yeah, I've seen some of their interviews before.
Yeah. It was supposed to be Brandy and Monica, but Brandy, she was indisposed. But Monica, she said she explained it so well. And I'm gonna get back to it. Hold on, I'm
Okay.
land. Um, Monica said that back then she did whatever she wanted to do without any apology.
Talking about Brandy?
No, Monica was talking about herself.
Oh, okay, okay.
And she said Brandy did everything right.
Oh, okay.
Everything she's supposed to say, everything she's supposed to do. And I believe that's a mirror. Um, the things that might have not been seen as right, she made sure that that was shown as not factual.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest, I do believe it's very possible that that might have happened. Now, for Shyne to go around talking about it, I think that's kind of like, all right, sir. He got out in 2009, Jonathan.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like we all a little bit too old. He's like 53. We all a little bit too grown to be talking about stuff like that. To bring that up is petty to me, but I'm not too sure that Shyne has a life. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely does.
I don't believe he has much going on in the life area, because you people that's enjoying their lives, a lot of times they're not, apt to share everything that's going on in their lives. Anywho,
Okay.
I don't believe he has a happy one, right? Okay, let me stop, because my definition of happy may not be his, but
Right.
I don't believe he has an occupied one. I think that's a better word to say.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I just don't see any point in it being out in the first place, or this being a conversation, because that was forever ago.
Right.
Over
Forever.
20 years ago. Yeah.
Forever ago.
It's so
Even
old.
with Mace talking about, even though the one with Mace sounding being a little bit more out there, it was still a rumor. It's not like she claimed him outside, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when it was with Kobe and they went, to the what's it called?
So he took her to her prom.
Yeah, like with all that stuff, like it wasn't out, but I guess they didn't like being behind closed doors. I don't know, child.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, like if I'm not actually dating someone and I'm a public figure, but I'm just, doing my thing with them, if you know what I mean, if you catch my drift, I ain't gonna put it out there and be talking about it all in public like that. So I get if it happened, why she would not talk about it. Bianca, what are your thoughts on this whole situation? Do you think it's petty, like Jennifer said?
Yeah, I don't see the point in it happening. And we all know Brandy. Brandy is one of those people that we were just talking about where she keeps her life private. You only
Hmm.
know what she lets you know. She's not with the controversial stuff. Even when her
Mm-mm.
brother start acting the fool, she'd be like, oh, shy away, pull away from him, all that because she don't like any negative attention. And for that to come up in conversation for not just one but two, like, oh, I dated her. I did. I was with her too. Like, come on now, y'all. Y'all making this girl seem like she was out there just getting around.
Hoeing.
Dipping
Like,
and doing
what
it.
she's thinking. So I think it was highly inappropriate. Like, if y'all was gonna have that conversation, y'all should have had that when the cameras turned off or before them cameras came on. But why did you do it in the spotlight? So I could see why she was upset about it. But I'm glad that she didn't come out and do too much either. She was just denying the allegations.
Right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she really could have been like, but she's not that girl though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I never
Oh,
thought she was either.
comments. Uh, as Kim said, Jonathan, did you ever discuss EJ Johnson's interview with Carlos King?
I did last week, Miss Kim. I think you came in late last week, but yes, we did discuss that last week.
And she also says, "My goodness, Brandy told one lie when she was very young. Can people let it go already? I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to claim Shane or Mace. Ew.
I can agree with Shine, but Mace is still cute to me. Like I'm sorry, but Mace got the most beautiful baby face I've ever seen in my life. Like maybe
And
not
that
the most
smile.
girl
Little dimples.
is oh, Lord. Anyways, it's like he's not like he doesn't have like sex appeal necessarily to me, but he's just an extremely attractive looking man. Like I like to look at the man. Like he looks very good. He's extremely handsome. extremely handsome. Maybe not, in a sexual way, but he's just nice to look at. He's just really, really nice to look at. But
Yeah, I used
anyways,
to have a crush on him when I was younger.
oh, I did too, for sure. For sure. I
I
was
used to be
about to
bopping
make
with him.
I was about to make a joke about sitting on top of the world, but we ain't gonna do that tonight. Okay. So next up, Usher was doing an interview, and he spoke on Diddy. He spoke on Diddy, saying that he has nothing negative to say about Diddy. And he said that my experience was not what the world has seen, and how he's been misrepresented.
Usher said
So
that
Usher said that
about
um,
Diddy or about himself?
about Diddy. I saw a clip of the interview. He said these words, and I have to say that initially I was a little surprised, but then I had to remember a little story that Jennifer has touted for a long time about Usher and T Pain.
Oh,
Whereas Usher and T Pain were on the same flight, and Usher told T Pain that he ruined music because of his auto tune. So that leads me to believe that this shouldn't be surprising to me. Now I understand that Usher met Diddy when he was extremely young. He spent a lot of time with Diddy at a young age. He saw
preteen.
preteen, yes. He saw a lot of things that he admitted that he probably should not have seen at that young tender age. And so it's like
Horrible
so
mother.
right. So Usher knows how Diddy gets down. So, after seeing the video of what he did to Cassie in that hotel room, hearing all the evidence from the trial, assuming that he heard the evidence that came out from the trial, I don't see anyone seeing Diddy in a positive light, at least at this point. Now, of course, there's always room for redemption for anyone who's still alive and breathing. However, I don't know what it is that made Usher feel as though he had to make this statement. Once again, I don't know what interview it was. I just saw it on my Instagram feed, and I was just surprised that he said it. And there really aren't a lot of other people, maybe besides Kanye West, who are kind of on Diddy's side as far as his actions are concerned. But it just sounded very interesting to me that Usher would feel the need to make this statement. So, Jennifer, would you like me to say allegedly, or it's whatever the case might be? But what are your thoughts on hearing that Usher had said this?
I'm not. I don't know why you surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
I said
Like
initially I was surprised, but then when I remember what you said about him saying what he said to T Pain, that surprise just went away.
the reason why I'm not surprised at all, Jonathan, is because of his relationship with the man.
Hmm.
He know that man knows way too much.
Come
He
on.
does.
There's a big chance that that man still has videos, photos, and all kinds of evidence of things that he has done. Things that, once again, just knowledge. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
At all. I'm not going to take this conversation too much further, but that's my answer for that. Yeah, y'all hear about the bacchanal, the back and forth with Justin Bieber and Usher at Beyonce and Jay Z's Oscar after party?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't hear about that.
TMZ got pictures and everything, child. Hold please.
Oh, really?
But as I'm pulling that up, Bianca, what do you think about what John was talking about? You know how he speaking up for Diddy.
First of all, I'm not surprised at all. Like you said, going back to the first thing that I thought about was the whole back in the day when they were saying that Diddy was allegedly grooming Usher. Um, so that was a thing in its own. And like you said, he knows too much. Not to mention, we don't know what he did too, and how he participated in those festivities. So I'm not surprised about it. Plus, did he have a lot of people rooting for him? For the trial when he got his sentencing, it was regular citizens that's busting out crying and they can't believe it, knowing what they saw,
Come
knowing what
on.
he did. And all of that, he still have a ton of supporters. People don't care. People feel like their idols whatever they do, oh, it's okay. He didn't mean it. They want to always sit up here and try to downplay the actions just because it's somebody who they like. But if somebody who they don't like did those exact same things, then they'll be nailing them to the cross. So I'm not
Exactly.
surprised. I'm not surprised. Did he still have plenty supporters, and Usher is clearly one of them.
Obviously, yeah, you're right about that.
If anybody still, that's how I felt. Like if anybody's still going to be behind him, of course it's Usher.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Yeah.
course. Here's a picture that was out. It was a TMZ picture. Now people, and that's Beyonce back here,
Oh,
looking
wow.
like. Now, some people are saying that this picture is not AI. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm still putting the allegedly in my brain, still putting it on, and a part of me has felt like Bieber has been on the edge for a while, allegedly, especially with everything that came out with what's his name, Diddy, and everything things coming out. I kind of felt like Justin Bieber is unraveling. So and he's been distancing himself with that world over there. So I think part of the distance is attempting to include Usher in making that distance.
Gotcha.
Maybe
Wow.
Usher wants him to say some nice things about their old friend.
Yikes.
He's already been talking bad about him. The Bieber had
Exactly.
already made a song and put Diddy name in the song and everything, and it wasn't pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who knows what's going on with that? But when I see Usher, I don't see a man that is standing on his own too, with his own ideals and
Mm-hmm.
his own respect that he stands on. I don't believe he has any of that. I don't believe he has his own discipline. I believe that when he was sent to the Garden of Eden, he was dismantled, and his mama didn't help.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yes,
Do you think that's why now he is into older
ab,
women?
I knew that's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he
Makes
got with
sense.
Tamika, and that's why he got with the wife that he has now. That's older than him,
And chili. Let's
and
not forget.
from the beginning, because I bet you he wish he had a mama that would take care of him.
Probably. Probably.
But no, his mama sold him up the river,
Sold him right up the river.
and that's why him and his moves, I always look at with an eyebrow. I'm not saying I don't like him, but all of it is a lot, and I hope he finds his way in life. But I can't imagine him doing that. How do you dismantle um 20, 30 years of brainwashedness
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
at the age.
and being in the system in that world? Like, yeah, so I'm for him, he's actually somebody I'm sitting back and watching. Let's see how this goes.
Let's see. Let's see. Any comments before we move on, Genesita?
Miss Kim says Usher should have kept his mouth shut. Agreed.
Right.
Diddy was physically assaulting women. There was no need to speak on that man, and I mean no need. Um, just say I have nothing to contribute to the Diddy discourse, and
And say that either.
that's what I'm saying. It's like he, I believe he's concerned at the way Diddy would see him.
Or what would happen? Because he know the strings that Diddy still can pull.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Even from
Mm-hmm.
behind bars. I
Yep.
believe I believe that by the time it is time for him to get out, there's going to be other charges handed down. That's what I think.
We shall see, girl. We shall see. So, next up on my list of topics, y'all. So, Jewel Smith. For those of you guys who are not familiar with that name, he is the son of Solange. He is the
Oh,
nephew of the Queen Bee, Beyonce. So this story is twofold. First off, he's been seen out about with Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We all know who Tommy Lee is. I think she's 41, if I'm not mistaken. But also another story that I'd heard of Jewel Smith. So he was invited to be to make a guest appearance at a gay club in Atlanta, and it was being thrown by Gay Magazine. And he was supposed to be doing an interview with Gay Magazine when he got there. Before he got there, he released a statement, or he tweeted or Instagram or something saying that he was going to bring 20 women into the club with him. I guess to protect his masculinity or sexuality, who knows. He ended up showing up with one woman. Apparently he sat in VIP, didn't interact with anyone in the club. He did not do the interview whatsoever. So apparently he was just there to take the gays' money. So here's my thing, because this goes into the conversation of gay baiting and gay for pay. It's like there are men who gay bait and do gay for pay who respect us as a community, and also receive our money. But there are others like Jewel Smith who will take our money but don't want nothing to do with us at all. Like don't get near me, don't touch me, don't do none of that. Like, I ain't with all that gay shit. Like, it's like, we're good enough for you to receive our money because people only went out there to see him because he is a very attractive young man. And I'm sure a lot of the gays would want to see him in real life. However, it's like you have to have a certain respect for us in the same vein, at least in my opinion, because if you don't have respect for me and my community, then you're not getting none of my ducats whatsoever. Because there are so many intelligent, smart men out there who know what we like and know what we will pay for. And, they, at the same time, they respect us. They won't say anything negative about us. They'll support us. They'll come to gay events. For instance, Tank does gay prides all the time. All the time he does gay prides, and he does interact with us, and he loves his gay fan base. Now, he will tout all day long that he is not a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and I respect that, but he also respects us. And he is a prime example of someone who, I don't know if I could necessarily say he's an ally per se, but he does support us. And, for him to come to our prize, I guess maybe in that vein, he is an ally if he's coming to our pride events and things of that nature. So I respect Tank all day long. But for Jewel Smith to use his popularity and his good looks to scam those good people who just went out
proximity to Beyonce.
Right. And yes, his proximity to Beyonce and Solange, for that matter, to get our ducats, then I can't respect that whatsoever. And as far as him being with Tommy Lee, I don't give a damn. I don't care. To be honest, I did like Tommy Lee in her first season of Real Housewives. Not Real Housewives, but Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She seems a little bit, like she ain't got a couple screws loose or something like that. I don't know what's going on with the girl. But, we know I ain't gonna say what Jocelyn told her. See you in jail, bitch. That is my favorite Jocelyn quote of all time. So her telling Tommy, see you in jail. But anyways, Bianca, based off of what I told you concerning this story about Tommy or the gay club, what are your thoughts?
Jennifer just made my light bulb go off.
Mm-hmm.
His proximity to Beyonce. Because I was wondering where in the world did he come from for them to want to have him there anyway as the host or the guest or to do an interview with him. What do he do? Because I haven't seen him do anything.
The only thing that we've seen him do that he gets paid for is modeling. He has
I was just going to say that he does
major runways. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, I really wasn't familiar with him when I saw the pictures of him and Tommy, but I really wish, because the gay community have so many big personalities, right? and they can have their own host, and that host could pop off and have people up in that club every single night making the money. Stop going for these people for them to treat you like they do. Leave these folks where they at. Leave them alone. I mean, I get it. It feels good to, have these people surrounding you and to be accepted. At the same time, don't put yourself in a situation where you're feeling some type of way because they end up treating you badly. You got to look at people's character, and you got to know what people are really coming out for. Get to know people who you are inviting in your spaces, because everybody don't have that right mindset. Because my first thought was, where in the hell did he come from for them to want him there anyway? Like, that's what I was thinking, because I didn't know he did any major modeling. So I really just wish that they would push their own people and start making their own community that much greater within themselves. Screw these people. Y'all done got hurt too many times. And guess what? We ain't got time to take a chance to get hurt again. Because it's ridiculous. It's sickening, if you ask me.
It is.
But that's just my 2.2.
Yeah, I believe a lot of stuff fly out the window when you are Beyonce's nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, Solange, she's huge in her own right with her creativity. I love her albums. So it's like, this is what bothers me. So I saw a TikTok video, and I love to hear the gay community's thought processes on these things. But the biggest thing they said is basically going along the lines of what Bianca said. Stop getting these straight men to come into our spaces and get upset that they're not automatically welcoming or trying to, kiki with y'all just because you invited them and paid them to be there.
Right.
Because this is how we play ourselves.
Yeah. Every time.
This is how we play ourselves. We want to automatically believe, well, shoot, they said yes to coming. So, they're going to be sweet enough and nice enough to just have a really great night with us. And I know it's great to try. Because you never know until you do try.
You gotta give them a chance. We want to give them a chance. Yeah.
But we can't get mad at what the possibility is. It could go one of two ways. You know what I'm saying? It could be wonderful, or it could be that. Moving forward and moving on, I saw another TikTok. This woman said, "Now we know Solange is a witch allegedly. She need to go ahead and." She need to go ahead and vex Tommy Lee. He's still on my killer.
Some need to happen to her. Ooh.
So take care of it.
And holy water needs to be in the midst.
Okay. Because that's not it. I saw somebody else said, Beyonce, just drop the album. There's too much going on. Just drop the album. Right. Too much is going on. And it's like, did you heard what happened with Mama Tina?
I did.
I really think I'm kind of upset with our African American community.
Why is that?
I'm not saying it's totally untrue what they've been saying about this gumbo. Now, it's one thing for it to not taste amazing. I get it. Yeah. For it to be lackluster, I get it. But for people to say things to the effect of that they have food poisoning and stuff like that, let me tell you something. Yeah. I really think people are pushing it and just don't want to see some things go well for some people. That's what I believe. It might not be the case, but that's what I believe. I saw somebody.
Well, I mean, you did hear that health inspectors reportedly shut it down because...
Yeah, because they called the health inspectors to come over there.
But they did find, shrimp, other meats were supposed to be frozen that were not frozen when they were supposed to be. And
now that I didn't know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, because I saw the report on the Shade Room of someone who was actually talking about the full report. And yeah, like it's real.
It's not good.
It's not looking good.
They
That
also
sucks
had
balls.
a chef that's from New Orleans
Mhm.
talk about the area. So he was like, because it's Texas, it's outside and it's in this little trailer. He was like, with seafood, you have to keep it at a certain temperature at all times, even after
Hmm.
it's cooked, because when it's sitting in that pot and the temperature's hot outside, it could spoil the food really, really fast.
Yeah.
And that's perhaps what was getting people
What was
sick.
going on?
Yeah.
And I only heard like 3 cases of people getting sick. I didn't feel like a
Yeah.
whole lot. A lot of people were just saying it wasn't tasty, but
Right.
I heard
Yeah.
about 3 people. But yeah, he broke it down. The video was like 7 minutes long, and he was
That sounds
explaining like
good.
how you have to prep it and how you
Hmm.
have to keep it after it's cooked, because he said
So
it can go bad in a day.
so we
Yeah.
just need somebody with better knowledge on
Food
what they're supposed
management
to be doing.
skills,
So they
knowing
need
what to do with the food.
serve whatever that thing is, needs
Yeah.
certifications.
Yeah,
Yes, certifications. That's it, Jennifer.
Saniserve.
Sanitation service.
Saniserve. Anyway, yeah, that break. So basically, all that going on, including Jules, he's the worst.
yeah, he
Um,
did that himself. Mama
For
Tina
real.
could have been a mistake. Like, she's not
yeah,
a
that sucks.
chef.
Yeah.
She
And
had a hair place, not a food place.
Right.
So
I think
that's
she's
that
new.
we can see after.
I
yeah,
think she's new to the food industry. This is
she
the
Yeah.
first time that
is.
I've heard her doing something with food. So that kind of comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? When you're
And
new
then
in this thing, you
Matthew,
may not know all the
before that even
regulations.
came out, Matthew talking stupid.
Saying she didn't do shit with Destiny's Child. Hmm.
That's why they said go ahead and drop the album.
Right. Because
There's
there's been
Right.
too
a
much
lot more
going
things.
on outside the door. But
Yeah.
I think out of all of this, I know Mama Tina's gonna be fine. She'll be
Of
fine.
course. Yeah.
But Matthew, they need to initiate some kind of gag order. Just shut up, sir. Don't say my name no more.
Right.
And then on top of that, Jules need to be so somebody needs to sit down and talk to that young man.
For sure.
Because you reckless. And it's like I kind of can't blame him too much because of the way that he was brought up. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
can't say it was a bad one, but dag nabbit, yo auntie is Beyonce. Yo mama is freaking Solange Knowles.
And they both have a huge gay following. Both of them have huge gay
I'm
followings.
not even
Right.
talking about that, Jonathan. I'm talking
Hmm.
about the simple fact that you out here wilding.
Yeah.
You need to know how to act in front of cameras. I'm sure he already do, but he's choosing not to. When you're
Yeah.
Correct.
young and dumb, and never mind.
No, you're right. They need to have a sit down talk with them, because what you have to realize is if it's something that you're against, all money ain't good money.
Hmm.
So if
Yeah,
you sat up here and felt like that you were going to be uncomfortable, or you didn't want to intertwine with the people, then just say no. It's
mm-mm.
not like you need it.
Exactly.
I think he might.
What makes you say that?
Sometimes some people get to a space where they want to have their own and they don't want
Yeah.
to have to ask for it, or you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
something tells me that he might be in a space where he'd rather have something for himself,
Yeah.
and somebody taking a chance on him for something like that. Child, I guess. But I'm not sure if doing club, you know, and pay the
Appearances.
fee. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Is the best. I don't know. Miss Kim says, does Jules even have an intellectual bandwidth to speak on LGBTQIA issues?
I don't
What
know.
was the expectation of him other than showing up? That's another.
Good question. Because what were they going to interview him on?
Did he want?
Right.
It was just a club situation. It would have been just to show up. Maybe they wanted him to come out of VIP and give high fives and hugs or something, child. I don't know, but
No, Jennifer said he was supposed to do an interview with the magazine,
oh,
He was supposed to do an interview with Gay Magazine because Gay Magazine was putting on the event. And so he was supposed to do an interview with them.
and he didn't do it.
And he didn't do it.
that okay. So now that question makes so much more sense. Why is he there?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother level.
Hmm.
Why they put so much stock in that?
Right.
Because he's Beyonce's nephew.
There you
And
have it.
Solange's son, child.
Tag nabbit. Miss Kim says, I don't need everybody gumbo. Her roux looked a little too thin for my opinion.
And
in my
dark.
opinion. Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, I'm not really a gumbo gal, so let me shut up. Miss Kim says she had seafood not stored properly. Witchy Poo knew better. Okay, moving
Yeah.
on. And she also says, I'm not giving her a pass. Oh, if you want to get in food service, do it the right way.
Do it the right way. That's true. You can't be messing with people's food now. I mean, that goes
Yeah,
into our well-being, honey, and people can get sick off of food that's not prepared properly. You know what I'm saying? You can't be
yeah.
messing with people like that. And that's why restaurants have grades outside of their restaurant doors so you know whether it's safe to
At that
go in
restaurant.
and get some of their food. So, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So, anyways, last thing I wanted to mention, Bianca, have you seen the first part of the Merit to Medicine reunion yet?
Oh, child.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two things that I wanted to talk about concerning that. So I'll try to get through. I don't know if I will get to both things before 9 o'clock, but I did want to speak on Dr. Simone having issue with Dr. Jackie. So Dr. Jackie was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy asked her, well, did Simone actually attack her? Did Simone actually hit her? And Dr. Jackie's answer was extremely evasive. I don't remember exactly what she said. Bianca, do you remember exactly what she said as an answer to that question?
I don't.
Okay, but she didn't answer it straight up. She didn't say that Heavenly kind of exaggerated her statements a little bit, because that is exactly what she did. She said that Simone was unhinged, which to me, Simone just was doing what Simone always does, being loud and causing a ruckus, and just being the center of attention at the time. And so Dr. Simone had issue with Dr. Jackie for not sticking up for her. Now, Dr. Simone, we all know, has had an issue with Dr. Jackie being so close to Dr. Heavenly. Since they first started getting buddy-buddy, Dr. Simone has felt like she's been an outsider in that whole relationship. Because to be honest, I don't think Dr. Simone likes Dr. Heavenly. It doesn't seem like she cares for her whatsoever. Now, they haven't really had much back and forth necessarily in the past couple of seasons, but this season, at Angel's event when she was releasing her scrub line, Dr. Heavenly was trying to take a picture with Dr. Simone. She put her hand around Dr. Simone, and Dr. Simone just, moved Dr. Heavenly's hand away from her and walked away. Where Dr. Heavenly was like, she attacked me and she was unhinged and she was, out of pocket and all this good stuff, when we see what happened on camera. So it's easy for everyone to see that, Dr. Heavenly was putting 20 on 10 for no reason whatsoever. And Dr. Simone's issue was, if you're making all these statements about me, that could hurt my business. And I don't know why Dr. Simone made that statement, because if everyone sees what happens, I don't think you have anything to worry about. But it's a TV show, so they have to go with the narrative. But anyways, to me, it does not seem like Dr. Jackie is anyone's friend. That's just what it seems like to me. I don't know why Dr. Jackie felt the need to get so close to Dr. Heavenly all of a sudden, because Dr. Heavenly had the nerve to say that Dr. Jackie looked like a little boy as far as her body type is concerned. And that's when Dr. Jackie came back and said, well, I'd rather look like a little boy than look like a busted can of biscuits. But then it seems like 2 or 3 seasons later, they were the best of buddies. So I don't get Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly's relationship at all. I don't get it. And I do see why Dr. Simone doesn't necessarily care for Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly being so close, but I don't know the reason why she has issue with that. I don't know if she feels like Dr. Heavenly's taking her place, whatever the case might be. But Dr. Jackie got up from her couch. She was sitting on the opposite couch from Dr. Simone, and she wanted to try to, mend things and make things right. I don't like Dr. Simone necessarily that much. Dr. Jackie is honestly one of my favorite people on the show. So I'm kind of I don't. It's a whole lot to that whole situation. But we know Dr. Simone carries a grudge. She holds on to a grudge. She don't forgive nobody for nothing. So I don't know why Dr. Jackie is so surprised that Dr. Simone is having this reaction to Dr. Heavenly running her name through the mud. So Bianca, you saw the reunion. What are your thoughts on that whole situation? Are you taking a side? Do you think that Dr. Simone is too upset over nothing, or do you think she's overreacted? What are your thoughts altogether?
I think I was applauding Dr. Simone. I was applauding her. The issue with Heavenly and Jackie being friends, is exactly what they're going through right now. My God. It's exactly what they're going through right now. That tank, I am. But the thing is, every time they had an issue, Dr. Jackie could never sit up there and say, now, Heavenly, you know you was wrong for that.
Right.
Never. Not on
But she
TV.
could
Not.
sit up, yep, and she could sit up here and she could tell Simone where she wrong and she need to go apologize and she need to do this and she need to do that. For what reason? And then for her to sit up there and say, you first of all, Heavenly, you running for a politician, and here you go, acting like you didn't start with that woman. You started the argument with her. She was arguing with so many people in that scene. People were coming at her, and y'all know she loud. Everybody know that's just her personality. That's just how she talks. So
That's
I
the
really
volume.
also hate how people want to label her aggressive when she just have a strong tone. And I can
Yeah.
get that because I know my tone is strong too. I'm not getting the attitude with you. I'm direct and I'm gonna stand firm in what I believe, and I'm
Right.
not gonna budge from it. Especially if
Yeah.
I know I'm not wrong, I'll listen, but I'm not gonna budge on what I'm saying. So the fact that Simone did stood 10 toes down with Jackie this time and said it's not gonna change. I don't ever see myself being your friend from this point forward. It's gonna be very interesting because if you remember when they started out talking about Dr. Heavenly and if she run for office or if she get into office, will she have to leave the show? And she said
Yeah.
possibly. How interesting is that going to be for Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie when
Yeah.
they're Dr. Heavenly and Simone ain't effing with Dr. Jackie?
Right.
Dr. Jackie, I feel like connected with Heavenly because we all know, and y'all know I love Heavenly down, but she connected with her because Heavenly do her dirty work. Heavenly will
Ex-
say all the things that Jackie want to say, and Jackie just be sitting up there like, and that's why she cannot turn on Heavenly because if she turns on Heavenly, Heavenly gonna tell it like it is, and she
all
gonna
Dr.
end up,
Jackie business gonna be in the street.
and everybody gonna end up looking at Dr. Jackie like, oh really? So
Right.
you was the one behind all this bull crap. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why Dr. Jackie be there sitting in the front seat every year, every season, except for this one. So that's my little good input on that part. But I'm not mad at Dr. Simone at all. She wasn't my favorite, but baby, I'm doing her like this today.
Yeah. Yeah. Genesita, what are your thoughts? I know you don't watch the show, but just off of what you've heard, what are your thoughts?
No, we talked about it, I think, a little bit on Monday, but
Oh, we
that's
did, didn't we?
out
Okay.
of all the, I hardly saw any clips, but that's literally the only clip that heart to heart with Simone and Jackie. Look, it's difficult to have somebody that is a friend of a habitual line stepper.
Okay. Because
Come
she
on.
line steps every
The
single episode.
line gets stepped on and stepped over all of the time. And I also feel like it's like a form of gaslighting
Oh, for
if
sure.
you just don't acknowledge what's going on in front of our faces.
Come on.
Yeah.
And for you to say you a friend of mine and refuse to acknowledge what's going on,
Yeah.
and it's like there's so many ways you could do this. I'm a person that says there's always a way to say something. You can always say what needs to be said.
Right.
Okay? If Dr. Jackie could have said something to the effect of, yes, or just out loud acknowledge, yeah, I saw what happened. I do agree. It wasn't as bad as it was. And she could have said, but, I did hear what Heavenly said. That's her, how she felt. And I understand that's how you felt. But from what I saw, it didn't seem like it was that. Like she could straddle a fence at least a little bit, but she didn't even say that.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me. She didn't even give her a little bit of acknowledgement. And I agree with just cutting it off. To be honest, I'm surprised it wasn't cut off earlier, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because of, once again, even further habitual lie steppedness going on. And I also agree with my sister, Bianca, yet again. The only reason why Jackie is holding on, still and yet, is because what I said last time, Bianca, was that she ain't got nothing to talk about.
No, she don't.
And she don't want people to talk about what is going on in her house.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Jackie literally hitched her wagon to Dr. Heavenly Star. Literally. She said, "Oh, this is the star of the show. I gotta be close to her."
So that nobody talks about the foolishness going on in my own home or the lack thereof.
Okay.
I'm going to hitch my wagon over here, and if anybody try to talk about what's going on in my house, she'll stop it immediately.
Because I got a pit bull over here.
That's the pit bull. And Jackie wasn't Simone wasn't pit bull enough for her, I guess.
No.
So she hitched her wagon over there, and it's disgusting what Jackie has done. I could never and I feel the same way, Jonathan. Simone is not my fave. She's a little loud. She's a little much. But I totally understand her decision making.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jennifer, any more comments before we get up out of here, girl?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Miss Kim. I ain't gonna give her no pass. Hey, Mamere.
Hey, Mamere. So glad that you're here, boo. Love you, girl.
Mamere.
She says, do y'all think Heavenly is different off camera or messy by nature? Whichever it is, she sure makes good TV.
I agree.
I believe she is different off camera.
I'm sure she's not on 10 at home because I don't think Dr. Damon would stand for that. And Dr. Damon knows how to reel her back in. So I don't think Dr. Damon allows that if the cameras are not in the space. So I do think that Dr. Heavenly is probably a sweet type of woman, maybe in her own personal life.
To me, I believe Dr. Heavenly leans a little bit too much into the fact that this is a product.
Yes, for sure.
I don't believe we'll ever get reality from her outside of her first season.
Agreed.
And
Bianca, what are your thoughts?
He most often, like, if it get too high, y'all know Dr. Damon will tell her, cut it out.
Shut it down. Okay.
And she, okay, daddy. And they end up leaving.
And call her buddy again. What kind of marriage is that? You being referred to as buddy.
I mean,
I think it's kind of cute, me personally, but I'm not a married man, so I wouldn't know no better.
Ms. Kim says it's time for Dr. Jackie to go. She hasn't had a storyline in a few seasons. Bring Mariah back.
Right. Here's my thing. I love Mariah. I love her as a reality TV star, but none of the girls want anything to do with her. And I think it might be a little bit like I kind of compare Mariah and Quad because in a way they're two of the same people. In my opinion, they're basically the same person. They both have great gay followings. They both know how to, throw a read right and left and right on the spot, So, but I think that some of the women might be a little bit intimidated by Mariah because if she comes back, then the show is going to be all about her, and I don't think the girls want that at all.
But I do agree. Standing with Mariah, look, a show is not one person.
Yeah.
There's ways to stand out outside of a out loud person like that. But I guess everybody's swinging. Let me shut up.
But why all of a sudden though? Because Mariah handpicked all of the women and hired them.
Yeah.
And then y'all want to sit around and turn on her and say y'all don't want to work with her. Y'all be because not me hiring y'all and giving y'all an opportunity. Then all y'all think y'all finna jump me. And I'm not gonna go out without a fight, without a purse upside the head, without my mama to knock you in your head too.
Okay, Toya.
Well.
So no, Team Mariah all day. But
all day.
She already said she would never. So
I don't know, because I think if they came with the right kind of number,
because she's still the executive producer.
Yeah,
so in that check, but she said she would never do it. Her and Carlos had started talking about doing something together.
Okay,
we'll see. Carlos,
it's a whole different thing.
Okay, excuse me. Miss Kim says, according to Funky, Heavenly is a fool in real life too. They're friends in real life. They are.
Yeah,
they are. But I think she's fun and foolish, but I don't believe she's doing all that extra, that messy. Yeah, that mess.
Yeah, being messy all the time. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Miss Kim says none of the ladies would be on the show if it wasn't for Mariah.
Agreed. Facts, Miss Kim. Facts. Bianca, why don't you go ahead and share with the people your social media contacts real quick?
It's gonna be Bianca Edwards everywhere, y'all. Bianca Edwards everywhere.
Genesita, your turn.
I am Prophetic Fire Reiki. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok and YouTube. On YouTube, you can see me every single Monday. About to say morning. It's a joke.
Okay.
Every single Monday at 8 p.m. I go live. Join me.
You guys can follow. Oh, first of all, I encourage everyone to join us on Saturday mornings at 10-ish a.m. with Faithful Warrior Ministries. Just look us up on YouTube. We're easy to find. Faithful Warrior Ministries in the search bar. We go live every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. to read a devotional, do a little bit of chit chat, and of course pray. So whether you're familiar with the prayer life or not, be sure to join us. And we always have a great time every Saturday at 10-ish a.m. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $JonathanLee07. That's $JonatanLee07. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Miss Kim and Mamir, for being down in the comments. I love you all. I love you, everyone who may not have commented tonight, who was watching. I love you guys for watching. Be sure to join me on Mondays at 6 p.m. for my live 90-Day Fiance before the 90-Day Review with Dustin Butler. We always have a great time on that. And also be sure to check out all my other videos that I post throughout the week. That's all for now. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Stay cool out there because it's warm outside that door. Love you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, y'all. Bye.